But of course, our fight is real, and it is serious, and it is urgent. In our efforts to fight back for our country and our culture, I fear the lowest blows are not the murderous acts of terror we face, but the slow death of a country meted out by journalists, editors, and their supplicant news anchors dealing with misinformation, disinformation. The New York Times changing a front page headline because its readership found it to be insufficiently anti-Trump. The pivot from Russia to race that's now upon us. Morphing the truth of patriotism into white nationalism and then white supremacy before our own eyes. Declaring that if you are white and proud of your country, you're a white supremacist. If you're black and proud of your country, you're a white supremacist and an Uncle Tom. They're just conflating statements, without reason. I'm a woman with short hair, but I'm not a footballer or a lesbian, and I wore heels tonight to prove it. I'm a proud nationalist, and I am white, but I'm not a white nationalist. I want all people of every colour to be proud of the nation they call home. My children even own a black goldfish. We call him Bernie Saunders because he keeps his gold well hidden. We can also observe the difference in the media playbook with terrorist attack by Islamists versus terror attacks committed by a white guy with a gun. The response to Islamist terror is sadly well rehearsed in my country. Thoughts and prayers, a candlelit vigil in a public space, stage a Muslim solidarity event, Muslim women handing out roses, turn off the lights on the Eiffel Tower, warn that the main concern is now Islamophobia and hate crimes towards Muslims. Contrast this with the response to terror committed by a white guy with a gun. Blame Trump. Whatever happened to those thoughts and prayers? Blame the NRA. This was where the candlelit vigil bit was supposed to happen. Demand weapons confiscation or a weapons ban. Well, hold on a minute. Last time we just turned off the lights on the Eiffel Tower. No one talked about banning trucks from jihadis. Blame all white people. Call all white supremacists. Make white bad. And it's this last point that's most stark. After Islamist terror attacks, we are warned repeatedly, specifically, not to blame all Muslims, to the point a representative of the religion of peace feels confident enough to say of 9/11, some people did something. But after a white guy goes on a shooting rampage, all whites are to blame. Celebrity faces start apologising for their whiteness. It's not enough to simply observe the hypocrisy of the thing. We have to resist this narrative being hardwired into us, that white is bad, all other good. George Orwell's Animal Farm, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. The simplicity of the mantra is revealing in itself, and there is no doubt it is working. Take the mosque attack in New Zealand, filmed with the precision of a professional cameraman. In March, 51 Muslims sadly lost their lives in a mass shooting event in 2 mosques in New Zealand. By July, the government was collecting in their guns. We can all agree the attack was horrific, but the response in country was so geared towards Islamic supremacy, it could have been crafted by the caliphate themselves. Synagogues and churches closed their doors. The Prime Minister and female politicians covered their heads. Muslim greetings and prayers replaced the country's own. The Islamic call to prayer was boomed out across the country and in Trafalgar Square too, in the heart of London. Mass mourning events attended by British royalty. Anyone involved in the incident given immediate citizenship and all of their family members. The parliamentary prayer was changed to remove the words Jesus Christ in order to be more inclusive. And a weapons ban was immediately imposed, and New Zealanders were told to hand in their weapons, which many dutifully did. For the cost of 51 Muslim lives, New Zealand became an Islamic outpost, prepared to cover its women, disarm its citizens, and change its prayers. If I were working for the Islamic Caliphate, not only would I be in real deep cover, but in a war against Christians and Jews, how would I assess such an outcome? It is incredible how willingly New Zealand knelt down, just as Britain continues to cow down before a religion seeking to change it beyond all recognition. How easy we relinquish our freedoms, and yet how hard the fight to recover them once lost.